Hi student, welcome back to this video, and today we are going to learn about the intestine. Okay, previous video we stopped until here about rectum and anus, almost the end of the digestive system. Correct? Correct or not? Anus will be the good word, right? The bad will be the ASSHOLE. You ASSHOLE, the bad word I don't want to say, okay? But the same bad word is equivalent to this word. You don't want to use that word, you can scold people. You anus is still the same thing actually. Okay, it's still the same thing. Today is 24th of March 2021, and I think today is also the anniversary, right? Anniversary of us 1 year MCO at home. Yeah, 1 year we can spend a lot of time with daddy and mommy. I'm sure you guys enjoy it very much. Spend one time with, and I asked my other student, oh, you 1 year didn't go already, 1 year didn't see the girl you like, how does you feel? I don't know whether like you got a crush that you like in your school, and then 1 year you didn't see the guy or the girl, so I don't know. You must be very dry, is it? I'm not sure. Hopefully that you are not dry. Okay, let's look at this question. The figure on the right shows the human large intestine. Got two, right? 大腸, 細腸. Large intestine, small intestine. What is X? Let's see. Let me ask who. Very good. You got the answer correct. It is anus. And state is function. What is the function of anus? So let's look at the question. I think I can find here, right? Where is it? Hey, this is not anus lah, sorry. This is rectum, not anus. Anus is this one. What is the function of anus? Anus is to cut the shit, correct or not? When you finish, you cut the shit, then the shit come down. If not, the shit will be like stick. Why this is so gross? I'm talking this thing. So yes, the anus is to cut the shit. So we don't want to cut it. But this is not to cut the shit, right? This is can see from here. This is rectum. What is the function of rectum? Rectum. Let's look at it. What is the function of rectum? I thought I just read it. So this make the unabsorbed and undigested food to become solid. It's called feces. Feces are stored temporarily in rectum before eliminated through anus or asshole. Anus, same word, but one is the science polite word, another is the bad word to scold people. So function of rectum is to store, like a storeroom for the shit. Okay, it's so complex. I don't think that's very ugly. I mean, it's so beautiful in terms of God creation, right? It's to store, store feces, to store feces temporarily. Of course, you don't copy this whole question now. You need to change it a bit, okay? To store the feces. If you want to add on, maybe you can say before it is eliminated from the body. Depends on how many marks, okay? The short one is rectum is like a storeroom for the feces, correct? Not big storeroom. Until it full, then you cannot tahan. What is the movement that help the? Let me read again. What is the movement that help the movement of undigested food through the large intestine? Okay, so for this one, what is the movement of the undigested food? So I think this one is called the rheumatic ascending or rheumatic longitudinal contraction, which I don't think is in your book. As far as I remember, in the book, it's always talk about peristalsis, but peristalsis is more focusing on your throat, means like press. So I'm not sure for this question, but I will just go with the answer of peristalsis. And if you guys got a better answer, let me know in the comment. What is reabsorbed by the large intestine? Okay, large intestine absorb what? We know the small intestine absorb glucose, absorb fatty acid, absorb amino acid. We know this is small intestine. Large intestine, what does it absorb? So we can see that it absorbs, where was I? Water and mineral are reabsorbed. So we know water and mineral are reabsorbed. So just put here, water and mineral. Water and mineral. Oh.
仲有明嗰個嘅 check 嘅有睇過 account 嘅冇啊？有做 account 出嚟。
有啊，不過你另外發出嚟睇。
你嗰個嘅 account 嘅 account 我 sign 唔見，即係講 until certain limit 我哋睇得，你want to check 即係我 sign，你講出咗。有嗰個邊個嘅1 million 嘅 check？
都係忘記咗。Oh my god！Sorry, my father called me. Where was I? What is reabsorbed in the last intestine? Water and mineral. So let me write this word. Water and mineral. Okay, very easy. Okay, then question number 2. Okay, this got the brain, means it's a K-by question. Kusari does not like eating fruit and vegetable. I just say must eat fruit and vegetable. Actually, I got a friend, you know, it's quite famous also. He got just undergo surgery because he don't eat the vegetable. Every time I eat char kway teow, he will just take the taugeh out. Then after that, he got hemorrhoid. He need to go to operation because you didn't eat fruit and vegetable. Now you okay because you are still young. You don't need to eat fruit and vegetable. Wait until though I'm 30 plus years, I can see my friends start to have health problem. So if you don't take care of the body now, it's okay. In the future, you got the opportunity to take care of your body. Okay, Kusari does not feel like eating fruit and vegetable. Like my friend, luckily he got insurance. I know how much money he spent for this surgery. I mean, it's like so weird, you know. It's like 34, 35, 36 years old, you got surgery for this thing. What is the effect on his health? So what will happen if you don't eat fruit and vegetable? Okay, so I just copy one of my student answer. Kuraisin might suffer from constipation. Means you go to toilet, then you can come. This question does not write there how many marks, so I don't know how many points. If you write 2, 3 marks, if 2 marks, then 2 points, this is 1 point. Might suffer constipation. Let's say if second point, let's say this question is a few points. So maybe you can say will suffer from malnutrition. Maybe you can say that it suffer from hemorrhoid and a lot of the disease lah. If you just don't eat vegetable and fruit, or maybe you can say the antibody of the person is very greatly reduced and Kusari is easy to fall sick. Do you see like people don't eat fruit and vegetable easily fall sick, and the person that really eat vegetable and fruit, they're seldom sick. And if you are sick, you need to eat more fruit. You're not supposed, for me, like 10 years I didn't go to see the doctor. No, 10 years, I think like 15 years I didn't consume the medical medicine. So if I sick, I just sleep, and then I eat a lot of fruit juice. Not the fruit juice like plain like that. My fruit juice like I use blender so that when I pour out the orange juice or apple juice, the thing will be black like that, you know. But it's healthy, okay, with all the fiber inside, rather than the just water. When you go out to eat the fruit juice, it's like the liquid on it. They put the apple in, the orange in, and then you get the water, and they put some more glucose, and you put some ice, then you drink very nice, and then the fiber that will take the fiber and throw away. So that's not a good part, okay? You throw the fiber, you throw the nutrient away. You throw all the vitamin away. But the good part is everything inside the fruit. Okay, so we go through this one. Self-reflection, class of food, and so on. So for this one, you can find your answer in your book. So we are not going to do this because you can find answer in your book. So we are going to do some other exercise so that it will be more beneficial for you. Okay, so let's look at this question and see. Okay, the diagram below shows 4 types of food. Mark the food that contain high carbohydrate. So the student answer is 薯条 and 面. So what is 薯条? Let's see. 薯条 is this one. 薯条 and 面. Yeah. Lot of carbohydrate. I think this one is what? Protein, right? Protein. So that you got muscle. And this one also is protein. Okay, so very good. Question B. A person with iron deficiency. Still remember or not? Iron. You know iron? Iron is, this is iron. You can see iron or not? Iron. You can see iron. But you still need to eat this little bit. But very, very little. It's in the food. But it's inside the food actually. But maybe you cannot see it. But it's very, very small quantity only. Okay. So if you don't eat iron and what disease, this one you need to remember. So very easy, the answer is anemia. If you lack of iron, means how does anemia look like? The face will become white color because there's not enough blood and become like white. You see your friend or not? What? Why today so white? Ghost? It's not ghost. Maybe he didn't eat iron. He didn't eat sea ham and didn't eat seafood. So lack of iron. So probably is it seafood for iron? I think yeah, seafood. Okay. So then lack of iron. Sorry, not seafood is either red meat. Red meat, spinach, peas, and so on. Red meat, you know what is red meat or not? Red meat is like steak and pork. White meat is like chicken. The meat is white color. Okay, so yep, anemia. Scurvy is suffer. You remember what scurvy or not? Scurvy means your mouth got a lot of blood. The blood all will come out from your mouth. Can die, like a lot of blood come from your mouth. Is someone lack of what? So the answer is vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C will have scurvy, and vitamin B, berry, vitamin A is for eye, vitamin E, I think it's for skin. The diagram below shows the apparatus to study. This one you see we already learned many times, and let me see whether the question got asked or not. Yeah, you see this question, I asked this question and the question asked like this, you see? The Waskin tube represent what in the system? It's the science always ask back the same question actually. All you have to do is just to do, read, and do. You see, this one also I already say many times. What is the observation? So let's try whether you got listen or not in your class. Okay, so this is a Waskin tube. Okay, got put starch, glucose. Okay, understand already. Okay, this is okay already. Easy. Okay, write the observation. Iodine test. Wait, let me see. The diagram below shows the apparatus set up to study the process of absorption of digested food. The apparatus is left for 2 hours. So when we look at here, one thing we know is what will come out. The starch will go out or the glucose will go out. So the answer is, this one you need to know. If you don't know, then you cannot do. What happened is the glucose can go out, but starch cannot. So this is glucose. So the water got glucose, but starch cannot. As I mentioned, starch molecule is big, so it cannot go through the Waskin tube. The glucose molecule is small, so it can diffuse out. So eventually the water got if I want to take the thing lah, let's say if I want to draw a graph, eventually after 2 hours, what we can see is in the water, it will have glucose. Because the glucose come out from the whisking tube. And it don't have starch because the molecule of starch is too big. If in the whisking tube, you can see that it got glucose and it got starch. Okay, because you do the experiment, you put this one, glucose and starch into the whisking tube. Of course, it got glucose and starch because you put it inside. Okay, but the water after 2 hours, after some time, it will diffuse out. Okay, so write the option. So what do you see for iodine and benedict? What do you see in? What will you see? See nothing? Or see what? See what? Okay, so the answer is actually nothing you can see. I thought that you will make it wrong answer. Okay, I thought that you will make it wrong, like you will say that blue-black solution will be formed. But actually, if you test the water, since the water don't have starch, nothing will happen. The iodine color is brown, so at the end of the solution, it will continue to be brown. So that's the answer. It won't change to blue-black. But if you test inside the whisking tube, it will become the blue-black. How about Benedict test? What can you observe? Okay, so this is the answer from my student. Let's read the answer. Benedict test is used to test for simple carbohydrate. The Benedict test identify reducing sugar, monosaccharide, and some disaccharide, which have free keton and what's this? Aldene. I don't know how to read this. Aldehyde function group. Benedict solution can be used to test the presence of glucose in glucose in urine. Yeah. This is a doctor answer. The answer is very simple. We are just students, so let's keep our answer as like a student. Brick red precipitate will form. Brick red precipitate will form. Correct or not? Means that precipitate. Why I cannot find the word? Precipitate. Okay, brick red precipitate will form because we know that. Correct. Just now, what the student said, the answer is correct. Then Benedict is to test sugar or reducing sugar. So I just the last word that we read is to test urine to know that the person got diabetes or not. So after the person she got the urine, you can use Benedict. If become red color, then the person got diabetes. If the person like the shishi is white color and then it's still white color, then okay lor, no diabetes. It become red color. But their question is talking about observation. What that you observe. So the thing that observe means what? You see. What you see is red color. You cannot see the person got diabetes. Is you infer, you understand the person got diabetes because you see red color showing that. You get what I mean or not? So when the science asks the question, observation must only the thing that we observe that you can see. So what you can see is the color, the change of shape, and so on. Okay, so we want to answer according to the question. The conclusion will be the presence of sugar is in the water or the presence of sugar is in the urine. The conclusion, Ali got diabetes because I get red color. The observation is brick red precipitate. The conclusion, Ali got diabetes. You get what I mean or not? It depends on the question. Let's move on. Based on your observation, again, observation, thing that you can see, explain the presence of starch and glucose in the water. What does this question mean? Let's read again. Based on your observation, okay, you already see, explain the presence of starch and glucose. So, what are you going to explain? 4 mark. How can you explain this question? Now I know already. Iodine will become brown, no change. Explain means why lah? Why like that? So, yep. Actually, I just started my master program, and I think when I attend the class also, I feel like I'm becoming like the way I teach also become like university level. I mean like more in depth a bit lah. Huh? So we need to understand the question. Correct or not? When you do, we understand the question. If you don't understand the question, we cannot answer it. Explain the presence of starch. Basically, the presence of starch, the color change, the color do not change, means there is no starch. So we can say there is no starch in the water. Correct or not? Because the starch so big so the starch cannot go out. The glucose can go out. I don't want to draw the starch because the starch cannot go out. So there is no starch. I will get 1 mark. But this question is 4 mark. So we need to explain. So why the molecules, remember or not? The molecule of starch are large and cannot diffuse out from the white skin tube. Right or not? Because the molecule so big so it cannot come out. You get what I mean or not? It's like all these things is correlated. When we talk about the white skin tube, again, no starch go out. No starch go out. I use iodine test, no change. Why no change? Because there is no starch. Why no starch? Because the molecule is so large. Okay, so you always ask why? If you want to solve a problem or you want to, because I read Sun Tzu, right? Sun Tzu, the art of war. This is how you want to fight a war. Like, why the enemy don't attack? Or because he don't have enough food. Why they don't have enough food? Because maybe people are going to betray or going to rain soon. Why is it going to rain soon? Can we predict the rain? Can we predict the climate? Can we predict the rain? It's like asking why? It's like a smart person when person ask something he will think 5 why. The book say I say like people ask like the thing fall down, then you say the gravity. Why gravity? Then you keep on asking why and why at least 5 why. They say the smart person like rich people or very smart, they always in my mind when they see a problem they will ask 5 why. 5 whys. Why like that. Glucose. What will happen to the glucose? I mean how are you going to explain about the glucose? Okay, so we can see here glucose. You see this, the answer is here there is no starch. But if the water, we know that there is starch, correct or not? Because I say already glucose go into the water. If you read the question, explain the presence of starch and glucose. So got so you just write got So you get what I mean or not? So the water got glucose, correct or not? This water got the glucose. So glucose is present in the water. So I don't know it's presence or present in the water. Why? You know why or not? The answer is already here. The molecule of glucose is small, so it can diffuse out from the white skin tube. Okay, the molecule of glucose is small, so it can diffuse out from the white skin tube. The same question, no? When they ask here and there, I already explained many times. The molecule big, the molecule small. The question asked. So, study is an art. To understand is an art. I hope there is a breakthrough. Maybe you don't understand. But one day, if you always look at science video, always do exercise, one day you like think the light and you will start to understand, oh, the question asked like this. You already know. I already say many times, the glucose molecule is small, so it can diffuse out. Starch molecule is big, so it cannot go out. But because sometimes you are still young, so you say you know this answer, but you don't know how to write now. It's okay, it's okay. One day you will like think just need to do more exercise. Two more questions to go. So anyway, I think I will do this in the next video. And I will stop until here and I will see you next time. Thank you and bye bye.